Deliverance, my MVVs, welcome. There is a saying that goes this way: if your absence does not bother them, what it means is that your presence never meant anything to them. So wherever you find yourself, you want to make an impact, leave a statement. So when you leave, people will always remember you. Lori Naomi said that in one of her meetings. I don't know if any of you listened to that meeting. Now, it's no longer news that, people have missed Olori Naomi so much, and for a lot of different reasons that, we cannot even begin to question, okay? The reason is because Queen Naomi is a very unique human being that was created uniquely for a purpose for which she is reaching right now. Report reaching us right now is that Queen Naomi shook everywhere, shook Akure, shook Ife, and shook the environs. People, families, everywhere. Queen Naomi has become the talk of the day because of something that God used Queen Naomi to do. Now, they say there is a young woman who got married about 5 years ago. And she never, ever, she's been struggling so much to get pregnant, but she didn't know that. The reason why she wasn't getting pregnant had a spiritual undertone, okay? Now, they said the husband to this woman carried her to go and stay in her family house, and she was staying there. She got pregnant. When it was 9 months for her to give birth to the child, she didn't give birth. 10 months, 11 months, 12 months, 13 months, 14 months, 15 months, 16 months, as we are hearing. She didn't give birth. She was still pregnant, and the baby, each time they go to check, the baby is moving in her womb and everything is fine, and the baby was there. Now, they started carrying her from one church to the other. This woman is from Ife. They started carrying her from one church to the other, okay? And they were praying for her, left, right, and center. Nothing has happened as I'm speaking to you. They said that, remember last week we got a report that Queen Naomi had gone to the palace to supervise the training of her domestic staff, her prospective domestic staff. She went to supervise their training. And they said this girl who got pregnant right there in Ife, that the mother to this girl used to be very, very close to Lori Naomi when Naomi was in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. The woman trusts Naomi. The woman was always going to Naomi for prayers. And most times that Naomi will have events in Akure, they said this woman will leave Ife and go to Akure to attend that event because the woman believed in Olori Naomi. Now, what happened is that, according to what the woman herself said, though, the testimony, the mother to this pregnant girl said, she said that she was always having serious eye problem. And she knew something was wrong because it was when she slept that I don't know, something came and licked her eyes. Was it rat that came and licked her eyes right there in Ife? The next morning, she got up, her eyes started itching her. Then she could not see with that eye again. She was not seeing well with that eye again the entire time. That was during when Naomi was in the palace. So the woman said that when she became close to Naomi, she started joining Naomi in prayers. She would come and meet Naomi in the palace. They'll pray together. It was one day she showed Naomi that her eyes, that see what is happening. She said Naomi prayed for her, laid hands on her eyes and prayed for her, and told her that it wasn't ordinary, that somebody wanted her to go blind. After that prayer, that Naomi blessed an oil and gave to her, that anytime she wants to sleep at night, she should rub it around that distance. They said that according to the woman, that she did that for about 2 weeks and the eyes got healed completely till today. And that was what boosted her own belief for Olori Naomi, her own personal belief, even though this daughter did not believe in Olori Naomi. Now, the daughter happens to be a girl around town, a girl about town. You know, these girls who feels they know too much, they have so many friends, and they are going left and right and all of that. This daughter of hers happens to be one of those people who were supporting others against Olori Naomi. So, when this thing started happening to her, The mother has told her so many times to follow her to meet Naomi in Akure for some prayers. The girl will never agree. The mother went alone to go and meet Naomi in church. When Naomi saw the mother was very happy and told Naomi what was going on. And Naomi said, okay, that she was going to make out time to pray for the daughter, which of course she did. Now, when Naomi got to the palace last week, as we are hearing, to come and supervise the training of her staff, they said that this woman heard that Naomi was in the palace. The woman ran and the woman came into the palace. She has a very close ties with the royal family, so they allow her in and out of the palace. When she came into the palace, she saw Naomi, and Naomi held her hands and prayed with her and told her to bring the daughter to Akure, that the Holy Spirit is saying something about her daughter. And they said the woman struggled to go and bring the daughter to Akure on, that thing happened on Saturday because they had a service on Saturday in Akure in Naomi's church, a deliverance service. They said Naomi told the woman not to fear, that she should bring the daughter for that deliverance service. As we are hearing what we are hearing, the woman went and carried the daughter to Akure. The pregnancy is 18 months now. 18 months. 18 months. Now, they said in that deliverance service, they were praying and praying and praying. Prophecy came out that they saw this pregnant woman, they saw the child, that child had been tied left, right, and center. Meanwhile, this woman, they said this case, because they had taken this case to so many churches, and they have gone to so many babalawos and all of that, they have told them that there's somebody in that their compound where the girl got married into that is holding the girl from giving birth to that child. They had already told them. So because they said that it's somebody from where that girl got married from that is holding, the mother and the father to this girl had brought this issue to the Ooni of Ife, for Ooni of Ife to look into it and pass verdict. Ooni of Ife has looked into it, called the family, the paternal family, the girl's husband's family. They have all declined that they have nothing to do, such that this whole thing has caused a stir in the relationship of this girl and her husband. I just hope that you guys understand I'm not mixing it up. It has caused problem between this girl, this girl and her husband now. They are even having problem because they are saying that the girl's family is accusing the husband's family of holding the girl not to deliver. So they said on Saturday, this girl went for that deliverance service in Queen Naomi's church. They said labor started in that deliverance service. That a prophecy came that they saw that they were tying the baby's hands, tying the baby's leg, and tying the baby's neck to the mother's thing. That they had already concluded that the woman would give birth to that child. And when giving birth to that child, that the 20th month that the woman was going to give birth and she was going to pass with that child, two of them, they will go from there. On a straight, that was what they wanted to do to this woman. And they said they saw it in church and they prayed that baby out. They said it was there that labor started immediately. Immediately, labor started. There's nothing. That is why, Jerry said what God cannot do does not exist. They said labor started immediately. They had to rush that lady in Akure, rush that lady to a nearby hospital. Queen Naomi even had to go with them because the entire time while that lady was in labor, Queen Naomi and the team, they were there praying. This thing even distorted the deliverance service. They were there praying. They said this lady gave birth to that child. Gave birth to a bouncing baby boy that has stayed in the womb for so long. Most times, biologically, they say this kind of children, when you eventually give birth to them, they don't survive. But they said this one survived. And they said nothing was wrong with the child, that the child was normal. What was the child doing inside that womb? It was not. They said immediately they pushed the baby out, the woman passed out. That was how prayer started. Prayer started. It was that prayer that sustained that woman. They said, Olori Naomi left warriors, 4 of them in the hospital that day. They had to go prepare food for the woman because, they even had to enter the market to buy clothes because the woman left everything in Akure. And that was how that woman delivered. The woman delivered that baby by force. And they said the Holy Ife, Ooni of Ife, everybody, that people like Ooni of Ife could not hold his joy. He was so happy upon hearing what had happened. So when people begin to play with Naomi and begin to think that Naomi is an ordinary woman, and you see, this goes to explain the reason why they will do something to her, there will be repercussion, they will do something. See, people are not the same in this world. Some people were born with a gift. Some people were born with so much grace. Some people have more grace than the other. That is how it is. And that is why there are some people you don't fight with. When you fight with it, the beef becomes double. You begin to pay, you begin to suffer. And that is exactly what has happened. They say right now, the kind of songs they are singing in Ife is not a small thing. That women, everybody, it's just Naomi. That is what is going on. May God bless Naomi for what you have done. God will continue to bless you, replenish you. God will help you because God created you for a purpose, to help humanity, and that's exactly what you are doing. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you. Do not forget, these are all alleged information. Thank you so much.